Do you have a particular success story where you were able to help a borrower who was initially struggling to qualify?
One of the biggest ones, just a few months ago, there was a client that we connected with. We had a really good conversation. I think we connected through one of the realtors that, gave my name and number out to them. His name was Anthony. So Anthony gives me a call. He wasn't ready right then, I'll tell you. He was actually just getting ready for his wedding. But we had a really good conversation. He's like, Dan, I don't know when we'll be ready. He's like, we're getting married here really soon. Weddings can have a lot of expenses that come with them. Yeah. So one of his concerns was money that they were going to have for the home purchase. I set a reminder. I'm like, hey, no problem. I'm like, excited for you guys. Wish you the best of luck with the wedding. I'm going to set up myself a reminder just to kind of stay in touch with you, and feel free to give me a call here anytime. Right. A couple weeks after the wedding, just for things to cool down, and then I reached back out to him, and we had another good conversation. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, I remember that we talked. I'm like, yeah, I was just checking back in, seeing if you're ready. Maybe. He's like, well, what do we got to do? So again, I told him, I'm like, well, here's how we start. So I took the application from him right away, put a list together for some documents, which, he rounded up some documents for me within the next couple of days, sent them over. But like he said, his main thing was just that, they just didn't have the funds set aside for the purchase. They didn't really have a down payment set aside. They didn't have anybody that be able to give them a gift, which, we're not all fortunate enough to be able to have gift funds just rolling in whenever we need them. We found them this program as well, where they got that grant. They only had to come up with a 1% down payment themselves, which they were able to do. They got a seller's credit, which, we worked with the realtor and with the sellers, upon negotiating. So before they were making an offer, we knew, hey, this is what we need to have in the offer in order to make it work for these clients. And so it took them a little bit to find the house. I think they were looking for a month or two. Again, it wasn't a big hurry, but then they found, the perfect house for them. And then, ran them some numbers. They were comfortable with what the payment was. We got them to the closing table.